Today you will be working on a worksheet that will demonstrate colored pencil techniques and some color theory. Make sure you write your name at the top and hour. You're going to start with listing and coloring in primary colors and secondary colors. And then you're going to take these 6 colors and fill in the color wheel. Make sure that the secondary colors are in order in reference to the primary colors. Next, you're going to color in some complementary colors. These are opposite colors on the color wheel. You can reference the color wheel that you colored in here. I also listed the colors underneath. And you're just going to color inside the small square one of these 2 colors and the opposite color on the outside square. Then you'll take 2 of those colors and mix them and blend them together, and that should give you a gray or a brown color. Now here's the part that you're going to demonstrate colored pencil techniques. I'm going to demonstrate each of these so that you see how it's done. First, I'm going to take a color, any color, and I'm going to lightly color in this square with as little pressure on my hand as possible. Take that same color and now with heavy pressure, pushing down harder on this pencil or colored pencil, you're going to shade in this square. For a gradate, that means that it's going to look like a value scale and one side is going to be darker and you're going to loosen up your pressure onto the other side. Some of you might know this as ombre effect. Burnish with eraser means you will use the eraser as a tool to polish or to rub against the 2 colored pencils that you've layered. And it should either blend them together, and you might see that it creates a lighter shade as well. Next, you'll layer some red and yellow to make an orange. And then you do the same for yellow and blue. For gradate blend light pressure, I'm going to use 2 colors and I'm going to lightly color in starting at one end of that box and then take the other color and lightly color it in, and in the center they should blend together to make a green. Same thing, but this time you're using heavy pressure. For the next box, gradate burnish with white, I'm taking my blue, and you can take any color you want, and then I'm going to take my white and I'm just going to mix it and layer it and then use my eraser as a blending tool. And finally, for the last one, gradate burnish with gray, I'm doing the same thing, but instead of a white I'm using gray, and I'm going to use my eraser to blend them together. For this next portion of the worksheet, you're going to show me your pencil strokes. We've done this before in our drawing unit. For hatching, you're just taking a colored pencil and drawing lines in one direction. The more lines you add, the darker the shade. For cross hatching, lines going in one direction, and then you're going to crisscross and draw lines going in the opposite direction. Stippling means that you are taking your colored pencil and you're creating little dots close together so that you can create a texture. What you shouldn't be doing is just dropping your pencil in random areas, because that will make it too spaced out and you will take a much longer time to fill that space. You can even experiment by adding another color. For Scribble, it's exactly what it sounds like. You're just going to take a colored pencil and make some squiggly lines. The more squiggly lines, the darker the shade. And go ahead and experiment and add a second color to it as well. Finally, the last box, what I'm looking for is that you can make an even and smooth coloring of this entire rectangle box from one side to the other. For these last two pictures of the circle and the butterfly, you're going to be using these colored pencil techniques. For the circle, you're going to turn that into a sphere by adding values, overlapping, layering, blending, gradate, and even some burnishing. For the butterfly, think about colors that mix well and blend well together and come up with a creative color scheme for your butterfly using all of these techniques that you have practiced. And that's it. Make sure you have your name on your work and turn it in.